That was the universe telling me, honey, you don't need this. This is where the universe is bringing me, and everything that is meant to happen will happen. Someone can't decide to be confident for you.
Good vibes, yeah, we brought 'em.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? How are we well? Are we hydrated? Are we full of positive vibes? Because if you weren't, you will be after this video. This video is going to raise your vibration. I'm going to chat about how I keep my vibration high, how I attract positivity into my life, and how I work with the law of attraction. What kind of spurred me to make this video is, number one, it's always highly requested on my IG. And number two, the CIA released some documents this week, ladies and gentlemen. And those documents basically confirmed what I already knew, okay? I already knew, but that we are all basically walking, talking balls of energy, and we attract everything into our lives. If we put out good energy, we attract good energy. If we put out bad energy, we attract bad energy. And that basically we can manifest whatever we want. Obviously, with that information, I feel like maybe more people will take it more seriously now, or not even seriously, but more people are very eager to learn. Now, in this video, I'm not going to sell you shit. I'm not going to give you 20 names of books you're going to read. I'm going to tell you how you can start manifesting right now, how you can start raising your vibration right now, and what you need to do that. Okay, great. So I'm going to start off with a little story, because I feel like people need stories to kind of give them inspiration when it comes to the law of attraction and everything like that. So yesterday I posted on my story about the whole CIA posting the documents. I shared like a TikTok.
Since we're all doing so well with our mental health, I figured I might as well just ask. Does anybody know why the CIA quietly dropped documents saying they were living in an energy hologram? What? This part's...
And then I posted a story. So it's Monday, the 29th of June, and I'm just here to tell you and the universe that July is about to be the best month of my entire life. Bye. And then after that, I went back onto my personal my Instagram timeline, and this image came up. I'll share you the image here, and it basically said that like the universe is working with you. You have so many opportunities coming, and you have to work with the universe. So I was so freaked out by all this happening so fast, and next thing I reposted that to my story, and within 5 seconds of reposting it, I got an email. What did the email say, you ask? It was an email from a massive global brand wanting to work with me. Well, lads, I'm actually near tears. I posted this. Why am I crying? I posted the story about July being the best month. Then I saw that on my feed, and you will not believe the email I just got. I'm a witch. I'm a witch. So do with that information what you will, but all I'm saying is that was the universe basically telling me, yes, keep doing what you're doing, keep sharing, keep using your voice, because the universe is working with you. You are on the right path. It's a very significant time right now. So today is the 30th of June, so it's the last day of the first half of 2020. So there's going to be a massive energy shift from today and tomorrow when I'm uploading this video. The first half of the year is over. So what we want to do is we want to leave any negativity, anything bad in our lives, any situation that we don't want in the first half of 2020. We don't want to carry that into the second half of 2020, because we want to set the tone for the second half of the year. We want to make sure we're focused on the high vibration, on our goals, on our manifestations, and what we want from the world, and what we want from our lives, and what we want from ourselves, our relationships, our money, everything. When it comes to the law of attraction, manifesting, high vibrations, all that kind of stuff, I get a lot of messages being like, Rebecca, where do I start? How do I start? What do I do? How do I start right now? I want to start right now. How do I do that? And the answer is so simple. Just decide you're going to start. Decide you're going to focus on being a high vibrational, positive, manifestation of your dreams, right? The first thing I'm going to say is you want to wake up in the morning and you want to say, today is going to be amazing, or today is going to be a great day, or today is going to be great, or whatever word you want to use. The one I use personally is, today is going to be amazing, amazing things are going to happen. So I wake up, first thing, like, it's so programmed into my mind now that I, like, when I wake up, open my eyes, don't look at my phone, don't do anything like that. I literally say, today is going to be amazing, amazing things are going to happen. And that just flips your mindset for the day. You know, you might wake up in a bad mood, you might wake up with a headache, you might wake up with cramps, you might wake up after having a bad dream. As soon as you say, today is going to be a great day, amazing things are going to happen, it's going to flip something in your mind. And no matter if you get out of bed and stub your toe, you're just going to laugh, you're just going to be like, oh, rather than being like, oh, today's gonna be awful, I just stubbed my toe, it keeps getting worse. Because do you ever notice on those days where one bad thing happens, it keeps happening and it snowballs and it snowballs because you're attracting more bad energy into your life? Literally, I'm not even messing. When you're doing your manifestations, or when you're thinking about things that you want to happen in your life, you can use, obviously you can use the words I want, I wish for, I hope for, but you don't want to use the words, like, you don't want to focus on the negative things. So say if you want to be happy, you don't say the word I don't want to be sad, you know, you focus on the positive thing. Another thing is actually better than that, again, is pretending that you are. So you could say, I am happy, I am healthy, I have great relationship with my friends, I have business is booming, I'm earning loads of money, I'm very creative, I'm exactly where I need to be in life, the universe has my back, the universe is showing me where I'm going. All of these positive things will trick your mindset into believing you already have them, because the main thing is you want to act like you already have them. You don't want to come from a place of lack. You don't want your mindset to be lack. You don't want to say, I will be happy when this happens. You say, I am happy now because this is happening for me. Does that make sense? Do you see where I'm going with this one? Do you see where I'm going? Talking about this stuff gets me so fired up and so excited, because to me, like, this mindset comes natural. Like, I am generally a more positive person. I have a Sagittarius rising in me, and according to my birth chart, like, my birth chart just points to positive positive manifester, intuitive gal, like that. My birth chart honestly screams that, because I've had my birth chart read. I'll talk about that in another video. Obviously, it doesn't come naturally to everyone, and I say things sometimes thinking that everyone realizes them, but then I get messages being like, oh my god, I never thought of it that way. Like yesterday when I put on my Instagram story about how July is going to be the best month of my entire life so far, a girl voice noted me and she was like, oh my god, I never thought of that. Like, I never thought of saying out loud, it's going to be great. You know, she was like, I never thought of telling myself that. So I realized I had to make this video to share with you what I do. I asked over on my Instagram story, I'll tag my Instagram here, if you want to go follow me, you can do that. But I asked, does anyone have any questions? And a question that came up a few times is, how do you deal with when you ask the universe for something, or when you try to manifest something and it doesn't happen? This is where we really have to work with our manifesting, and we really have to believe that the universe has us on the path that we're meant to be on, and everything that happens is supposed to happen, and anything that doesn't happen isn't for us, right? So I'll give you an example. At Christmas time, there was this job that went up online that I was manifesting. Like, I was hardcore being like, this is happening, I'm so excited for it to happen. I was like thinking of it every day and thinking how I'm going to feel when I get the job, and imagining myself doing the job. And basically the job was content creation for a massive ski company, a ski holiday company, and they wanted content creators to vlog their experience doing their ski lessons in loads of different parts of Europe. So I was really manifesting this, and I was really like, okay, this is going to happen. Like, of course it's going to happen. Why wouldn't it happen? This is exactly what I need in my life, and I'm made for this role and all that kind of stuff. So I was hardcore manifesting, okay? And then at the start of January, I didn't get it. I got an email saying, sorry, you weren't successful, maybe next year, blah, blah, blah. And for a moment I was disappointed. And then I was like, do you know what? Obviously it's not meant to be. It's not meant to happen for me. Now, this position was supposed to start in March for the ski season. And as we all know, there was a massive global pandemic, so the job actually didn't go ahead anyway. That was the universe telling me, honey, you don't need this because it's not going to happen anyway, and you don't need that level of disappointment because it's not for you. It's not actually on your path. Sometimes you manifest things and you think that's where you want your life to go, and you think that's what you really want, that would make you really happy. But sometimes the universe just has other plans. So what I would say to anyone who, you know, is maybe hardcore manifesting something, or maybe hardcore kind of believing that they want something, is sometimes if it doesn't happen, it's just not meant to happen. It's just not for you. And what you have to do in those situations is be like, okay, the universe has my back. It's leading me exactly where I want to go. And you know what? It's fine. But in that same breath, another thing that can hinder or harm your manifestations, say if you're really, you know, thinking of something you want and you're really saying, you know what, I would love this for me, I'm working really hard towards it, and I'm putting in the energy and effort it would take to get this position, because obviously you can't just sit in your bed and say, I want to be the best makeup artist in the world, and then never actually do makeup, never put yourself out there, and never kind of take the steps that would allow you to be the best makeup artist in the world. You know, a lot of manifesting and using the law of attraction is making sure you're doing something every day to work towards it, to show the universe that this is what you want, to show the universe that this is the path you're on. So sometimes if you don't do the work, the universe is going to be like, okay, you're telling me one thing, but your actions don't match up. So your actions always have to match up with what you want. And another way that maybe your manifestations or what you want isn't happening is self-doubt. So if you constantly question yourself, if you constantly say, I'm not good enough, if you constantly use self-deprecating phrases, you're not putting out the energy that is going to attract positive things into your life. So say if you kind of sit down, you're like, okay, I really want this, I really want this, I really want this, and every day you think about something you really want, but then after you say, I really want this, you say, oh, but that's never gonna happen, I'm not good enough, these things just don't happen for me, I'm not this person, I'm not that person, and you compare yourself and you tell yourself all the reasons why it won't happen. Guess what? It's not going to happen, because that is you verbatim telling the universe that you don't want it. Because even if you tell the universe you want it, your actions and how you talk to yourself, the universe is always listening. That's all I'm gonna say. So you really have to commit to it. And you know, some people in your life are gonna use the phrase, be realistic, get your head out of the clouds, like get back to reality, like things like that don't happen. Stop dreaming. And what I want to tell you is something I learned recently reading a book. The majority of people, when you're a child, will say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you say, an astronaut, a ballerina, Spider-Man, like whatever. The adults in your life will say to you, oh my god, amazing, you can do anything you want, the world is your oyster, you know, you can go for anything, once you work hard enough you will get it. And then you're 25 and then they say, what are you doing with your life? And you say, oh, I want to be an actress, I want to be an actor, I want to be on TV, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a ballerina, or some massive goal that isn't quote unquote realistic. They will tell you, no, you have to be realistic. You have to live in the real world. And I'm going to tell you something about the real world. The real world is whatever you want it to be. My real world and your real world are two different worlds, because everyone has a different experience of life, and no two worlds from someone's perspective are the exact same. And say the majority of people aim for a realistic life, you know, nothing too major, because you don't want to be unrealistic, you don't want to be seen as having your head on the clouds. So the majority of people, 99% of people, are aiming for a realistic life. And then there's the 1%. And the 1% are aiming for the sky and beyond. They're aiming for the top of the top. They have massive goals, massive dreams. Some people may say those are unattainable dreams. But only 1% of people are aiming for the unattainable, whereas 99% of people are aiming for what is realistic. So statistically, the more wild your aim is, the more likely you are to get it, because you're not among the other 99% that are all aiming for the same thing, that are all aiming for realistic, that are all aiming for normal, that are all aiming for something that is within the real world. Does that make sense? So when you think about it, when I learned that recently, I was like, oh my God. And I think it was a book that I learned it in, and the person was basically saying it's easier to raise $1 million than it is to raise $100,000 if you're trying to raise money for something. Maybe you want to start a business, okay? This is just an analogy now. You can apply this to anything in life. But if you're aiming to start a business, right, and you're like, right, I need $100,000. So many other people are aiming for that $100,000 that you have way more competition. Whereas if you say I'm aiming for $1 million, suddenly you're not amongst the majority. You're not amongst everyone else that's only aiming for the 100,000. You're in the 1%. So statistically, you're more likely to get it. And also then you have to have a bit of self-belief, you know. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting, and I think it's so applicable. Like, of course, if you think you're only going to lead a realistic life, a normal life, a life that is subpar to what deep down your hopes and dreams and wishes are, but you know you'll never get them because you think, oh, that's not realistic, you're only gonna get realistic. How would you get the amazing 1% life and 1% dreams and 1% goals if you're not even aiming for them, if you think they're unrealistic? Do you see what I'm saying? I have to throw my hands in the air because I have to emphasize it. Genuinely, you have to have self-belief. No amount of self-work is gonna undo any self-doubt you have. If you have massive amount of self-doubt in you, you have to tackle that first before you tackle anything else. Another big thing that I always rely on is gratitude, because when you are grateful for something, you're telling the universe that you want more of it. One example of something I do is anytime I hit a mini milestone on my YouTube subscribers, I put up my Instagram story that I am so grateful. Even if I go from 2,000 to 2,010 subscribers, I put that up and I say I'm so grateful for everyone who has subscribed. Thank you so much, because that is me showing gratitude. And when you show gratitude, you show appreciation. And when you show gratitude and appreciation, the universe is like, oh, she is happy, she wants more of this, let's give her more, let's give her more, let's give her more. And then you have more abundance and more abundance, because when you are grateful for abundance, more abundance comes your way. What you really want to be careful of when it comes to keeping your vibrations high is what you read, what you listen to, and who you listen to, and who you surround yourself with. If you're constantly reading the news, some people might be like, oh yeah, but I'm staying informed, I'm so woke, like I'm listening to the news, blah blah blah. We all know in 2020 a lot of the mainstream media and mainstream news is like really manipulated to like make us think whatever they want us to think. So like realistically it's worthless, you know. Obviously some news is good, but a lot of the mainstream media is full of shit, okay? You don't need to over consume the news. You don't need to over consume politics, you don't need to over consume things, because yes, a little bit of consumption is great, you know. You need to know generally what's going on in the world. Do you need to research it for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours? No, because what's that going to do? Make your vibration go lower and lower and lower and lower, because more than likely you're going to get frustrated about things you can't change. You're going to get frustrated with people who aren't in your daily life anyway, and you're just going to go into this dark spiraling hole of negativity. The same thing applies with the people you surround yourself with. And this is a tough one, because have you ever heard the phrase, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, or that you interact the most with? You know, it doesn't have to be physical time, it can be spending time online, it can be talking to, anything like that. But the 5 people that you spend most time around or interacting with is what you reflect, basically. So if you're constantly around people who inspire you to be better, people who push you to be better, people who are always talking about new ideas and ventures and being happy for each other and pushing each other and talking about really fun, exciting things, you're likely to be a better person. Whereas if you're constantly with people who are gossiping and talking negatively about other people and talking shit about their own lives and other people's lives and talking about how life is unfair and life is hard and life is bad and everything's bad, and it's not going to do much for your mindset, because it's going to bring your vibration down really low. And you have to realize that some people in your life are going to bring the worst out of you. Some people in your life are going to bring a toxic side out of you that you don't really like. But when you're around that person, your vibration just goes there. And that's on being self-aware. So you have to be self-aware when you're with people. When you leave those people, how do you feel? Do you feel excited and inspired? Do you feel happy? Do you feel grateful? Do you feel positive? Or do you feel emotionally drained? Do you feel quite negative? Do you feel like you acted in a way that you don't like or don't recognize or that you see as toxic? If that is the case, I'm not telling you cut everyone out of your life, because the reality is some people who are a very negative vibration in your life might be people who are really close to you, might be family, might be very close friends. So what you want to do is you want to limit your time around them. Some people might be looking at me now being like, Rebecca, so you're just telling me to leave all my friends and like do all that stuff? No. What I'm saying is you need to protect your energy. You need to really be like, okay, this is my energy, this is my vibration. I like how I feel when I feel like this. When I spend time with these people, I don't feel like that. So I'm gonna have to limit the time I spend with those people. Or if they're people you really care about, the next time you're with them, you can be like, why don't we talk about X? Why don't we talk about Y? Why don't we, you know, suggest something positive that gives off a high vibration? And then if that person, you'll know by how that person reacts. If that person reacts like, no, why would we do that? Or cuts you off or tells you you're being away, then you know that your life is better spent limiting your time around that person and increasing your time around people who make you feel that amazing, positive, happy feeling. If you're in a relationship with someone that brings down your vibration, honey, you need to really reevaluate. Do you want to vibrate really high? Do you want to manifest your dream life? Do you want to manifest all your goals in your dreams? Or do you want to spend 99% of your time with someone who constantly drains the positivity out of you, who constantly brings your vibration very, very low? Because that's not a good situation to be in. Another question someone just asked me on Instagram is, if you have a big knock to your confidence, how do you deal with it? How do you get over it? And how do you become more confident? If you have a knock to your confidence, whatever it may be, you have to remind yourself that that knock, that one bad thing that happened does not define you. It does not define who you are, and it does not define your confidence levels. The only one who has control over how confident you are is you. You know, other people might say things to try and knock your confidence. Other people might do things to knock your confidence. But at the end of the day, someone can't decide to be confident for you. And the only way you're going to be truly 100% confident is if you make a conscious decision within yourself to say, I'm confident, I'm confident, I am so confident, I love this about myself, I love that about myself, I am so confident that I know what is best for me. The thing is, a lot of us rely on outside factors for confidence. So we rely on compliments from other people. We rely on other people liking our Instagram photos. We rely on the number of people who follow us. We rely on all these things to boost our confidence, okay? Tinder matches, messages, Hinge matches, people coming up to us, telling us we're beautiful, all these things, compliments. A lot of people rely on those to feel confident. But the problem is, when you put loads of weight in other people's opinions for good things, you're also gonna put weight for the bad things. If you rely on all these outside factors for confidence, guess what? When all the negative outside factors start coming in, you're going to put as much weight in those as you put in the positive ones, because at the end of the day, you're putting weight in other people's opinions. You're letting other people's opinions, good or bad, affect who you are, affect your own confidence, when honey, your confidence is a you thing. I can't decide if I have a best friend, Sally. I can't decide, okay, Sally is going to be confident from now on, therefore she's going to be confident, because that's not how it works. Confidence is an inside job. So once you realize that, it is up to you. And what I mean by that is, say you get loads of compliments or someone compliments you. Yes, you can be like, oh my God, thank you so much. But don't let it give you such a high. Obviously, getting compliments is great, okay? Getting a nice message from someone is great, and you can appreciate it and you can be grateful for it, but don't rely on it. Because if you rely on compliments from outside factors or people, then when you don't get those compliments, or worse again, when you get criticisms or when you get negative feedback, you're going to take it all in and take it in as a personal attack and take it in as a personality trait and say, well, that person says I'm this, so I must be. That thing says I'm this, so I must be. I didn't get that job, so I must be this. I didn't get that thing, so that must be this. Do you see what I mean? Try to make yourself and your opinion the most important factor. Try not to let other people raise you too high, because if you rely on other people to be confident, those people will drag you down as well. Whereas, you know, you get a good comment, great. You get a bad comment, great. It doesn't really affect me, because I know at the end of the day that I got my back. That I know that I'm confident. I know that I provide everything I have. I know that I am confident in myself. I know that I can spend 5 hours with myself and feel great, you know? I know that if I want to do something, I have the power to do it. Because if you keep relying on outside factors and outside people and all these things for all the positivity in your life, that's how you get the big knocks. And maybe that's how the person who asked this question got the big knocks, because they put so much weight on other people's opinions and other people's ability to make them feel confident, that their own confidence didn't come from inside. So I hope that helps someone, because I'm so glad you asked this question, because it's something I really, really believe big in, and it's probably good for me to believe it, because as someone who makes content online, you know, obviously I'm more susceptible to a negative comment or negative feedback or someone trying to project their insecurities onto me, because newsflash, okay, I'm gonna give you a newsflash now. Everything is a projection. Everything is a mirror. The way someone treats you isn't a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them and what they're going through. So I'm really happy you asked me this, because say I get 10 good messages in a day, okay? and they raise me up and raise me up and raise me up and raise me up, and I feel so confident because all these people are telling me I'm great. When I get a bad message, that message will take me right down. That message will take me right down. It doesn't matter how many good ones I got, but if I put so much weight in the good ones, the bad one is going to take me right down. Whereas if I get 10 good comments and I say, oh yeah, that's great, thank you so much, like, but you're secure in yourself and you know in yourself that's how you are anyway. And I'm not saying you have to be arrogant or big-headed or, you know, anything like that. It's not about arrogance, it's about being secure. So if I take the compliments, you know, I think they're great and it's great to get them, but I don't let them really waver. I don't let them make me feel like I'm on top of the world, because as soon as I get that bad compliment, it's going to take me right down. So if I get the good compliments, you know, and I take them on board, but I don't let myself get overly reliant on them, when I get the bad compliment, it's not going to waver me as much, because if I don't let the good compliments get to my head, I'm not going to let the bad ones get to my head either, because at the end of the day, they're just other people's opinions, you know. Some person might message me saying, oh my god, you're amazing, I love this. Some person might message me about the same thing and be like, oh my god, that's the worst thing I've ever heard someone say in their lives. But if I don't let the person who tells me it's amazing let me get ahead of myself, I'm not gonna let the person who tells me it's awful get under myself. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And I hope that you keep that nugget of information in your head, and I hope that made you realize something, that you are the master of your confidence, and that your confidence comes from you and no one else, and no one else can tell you how to be confident. You have to make a decision being like, I'm going to be confident and this is how it's going to go, okay? You have to be sassy as well. I just want to reiterate that you cannot hate yourself, okay? Self-hatred is the most low vibrational energy you can put into the world. I want you right now, from right this second on, to stop with the self-deprecation, to stop with comparing yourself to every other person you see, to stop picking at yourself and looking for bad things. Why can't you look in the mirror and be like, oh, I look good. I'm a confident, sexy queen. I got this. I'm amazing. I love my hair. I look amazing. I feel amazing. You don't have to look in the mirror and pick out things you don't like about yourself, or look for things, or be like, ugh, I'm a mess. Ugh. Like, saying self-deprecating things isn't quirky or relatable. It's low vibrational, okay? It will not help you in any way, shape, or form. It is one of the most negative, low vibrational things you can do. Stop hating yourself, okay? And I know that might be easier said than done. You can be like, but Rebecca, but Rebecca, but Rebecca. I don't care. If you consciously make an effort to say, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am abundant, then you're going to think it. You choose to think negative things about yourself because you're always looking for something negative to give out to yourself about. Whereas you have to focus on the positives, okay? You know, it's not easy. You don't just wake up thinking amazing things about yourself. And obviously you may have moments of self-doubt or self-deprecation, but sometimes you're just not aligned, and sometimes you're just all out of whack, and you need to focus on practices that make you feel better. So for example, me a few weeks ago, June was a weird month for me, okay? June was like not it. And I'm basically leaving June and leaving the energy of June in the first half of 2020. So there was a few weeks there where I was just feeling a lot of self-doubt. And like, self-doubt for me isn't a normal theme in my life. And I was like, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? And what I ended up doing, because I knew it would work for me and I knew it would make me feel better and I knew it would make me feel more aligned, because I always feel really aligned when I look up astrology and when I look up my star signs and the planets and the moon phases and all of that. Like, I'm quite spiritual. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna book a one-to-one birth chart reading. So I booked a one-to-one birth chart reading with Dana. Oh my god, I'll link her Instagram here, I'll link all her stuff down below, I'll link her website. And basically I did like an hour and 40-minute one-to-one Zoom birth chart reading with her that was fully recorded, that I got in my email, that I can watch back anytime. And after I did it, it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulder, because she told me the path that I'm supposed to be on, and it turns out I actually am in the right path. So obviously that made me a lot happier too. And she told me that everything I was doing right now was exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And so because of my alignment with my chart and the alignment with the planets and the way the planets are at the moment, she told me, she basically explained that like I'm going through a period now that might seem quite slow, and it might seem like everything's not happening as I would like it to, and that everything's not happening fast enough. But she said that is going to last 8 to 9 months maximum for me, and she said after that it'll be like a switch has flipped and everything is just going to happen so fast for you. So if you put in the work now, you're going to reap the benefits, basically, kind of thing. She said way more, but that was kind of the gist of it. Ever since I had that birth chart reading that day, my energy just flipped. I was like, okay, it's great. And I began to regain, not that I lost my trust in the universe, but there was just a week or two where it was just kind of weak. My connection with myself and with my vibes and with my energy just wasn't there. And that just reignited the flame inside me. And that reignited the fact that I'm a manifestation of everything I want, okay? I remember before I moved to Australia, I always said, oh, I'd love a bedroom with all white walls and all mirrors. And I actually only realized this when I left Australia. But my first bedroom, actually both my bedrooms in Australia, both apartments, had all white walls and, you know, the mirror wardrobes, like the sliding wardrobes with floor to ceiling mirrors. Both bedrooms in both apartments had it. And the first apartment was the first apartment I saw. It's not like I went out seeking that. When I left Australia, I realized when I came home to my own room, and I was like, oh, I'd love white walls and all mirrors. And I was like, oh my God, that is exactly what I had in Australia. Like, I manifested that. I manifested my reality. It's absolutely bizarre. And when you think of some things in your life, you might be like, I manifested that. But you mightn't even realize it at the time, but it's when you look back. Another thing I manifested, I said I'd tell you, before I moved to Australia, there was a competition on Instagram. So the competition was with the makeup artist Kaylee, and basically she was doing a competition for someone to win, someone and a friend to win an all expenses paid trip to London with her and a brand to go to the Makeup by Mario live masterclass in London. And I remember the second I saw that competition, I was like, I'm winning it. I'm winning that competition. I am winning. Now Kaylee had like over 100,000 followers. Like there was thousands and thousands and thousands of entries on that competition. And the day that it went live, I entered the competition. I said to myself, I'm winning it. I told anyone who would listen that I was winning it. And I tweeted out about the fact that I was going to win it. And every day I didn't focus on the competition or look at it or be like, I'm winning this, I'm winning this. But I said it to the universe, and then I was planning on moving to Australia at the time, but I was like, I can't book my flights because I'm going to London first. I didn't know I was going to London first, but that's what I said before I'd even known I'd won the competition. And sure as hell, I was sitting up in my bedroom one day and I get a message saying that I won the competition. I did that. That's just proof of a manifestation. I feel like at the start of 2018, my positive vibes and my positive energy was very, very high. So not only did I manifest winning that, going to London with Kaylee and everything like that, but I also manifested going to and working with Titan Fitness. So I don't know if you know what Titan Fitness is. It's basically a fitness camp in Thailand. And I'd seen loads of people go there and I was like, I want to go there. I'm going 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 to go there. Repeated it in my head. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to work with them. I'm going to work with them. I'm going to work with them. So I sent them an email, and I knew I was going to Australia anyway, so I was like, if I'm going as far as Australia, I might as well travel a bit on my way. So I sent them an email telling them what I do, and I write a fitness column, and so basically I told them, and I ended up working with them and being in Thailand for 2 weeks on my way to Australia. All because I believed it, which led me to sending the email, which led me to putting out the energy, which led to the people getting my email, feeling my energy, and wanting me to work with them. I don't have hundreds of thousands of followers. I don't write for a massive newspaper or magazine that is global or worldwide. It was a local magazine, a local advertising magazine, because I put the energy out there that it was going to happen. I didn't have self-doubt. I didn't say to myself, no, I won't write that email because like there's so many other people that have so many more this than me and so many more that than me, and why would they pick me, and blah 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 blah. I just said, no, this is going to happen, and that's what I did. Basically, what I'm saying to you is today is your day to decide that the next 6 months of 2020, the second half of 2020, is going to be the best second half of a year of your life so far. Okay? Because you don't want to say of your life, because that means you cap it. You want it to get better and better and better. But of your life so far, maybe just start with July, okay? July starts tomorrow, and I've already said that July is going to be the best month of my entire life so far, and you can see, like, I'm excited. Like, I genuinely believe it, that July, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that it's going to be the best month of my life so far. I'm going to get opportunities, I'm going to have loads of work, I'm going to have great relationships, I'm going to be really happy, I'm going to put out positive energy, and I'm going to put out content that I love and that inspires people. And I'm so excited about that, and I want you to be the same. I want you to tell yourself, it's going to be a great month, it's going to be a great month, it's going to be the best month of my life so far. Even if bad things happen, at least your mindset will be of a space of, this is a great month, this is a great month, and you don't dwell on things, and you don't let things consume you, and you don't let negative vibes or negative energy fill your mind space or fill your mind. You know what I mean? To recap, you always want to be very self-aware, and I think self-awareness is one of the main reasons that being positive and being high vibrational works for me. Obviously, you're not going to wake up every day and feel amazing. Obviously, you're not going to wake up every day and be like, woo, I'm manifesting, today's the best day of my life, nothing can bring me down. Because life happens in between, and sometimes life doesn't hand you the best deck of cards. Sometimes you wake up and you just feel not great. Sometimes you just want to, you know, have a day where you just don't feel great. And that's fine, and that's where self-awareness comes in. So say I wake up and I don't feel the best, I will allow myself to feel those feelings, because when you allow yourself to feel the kind of more low mood, the lower vibration, number one, you realize that you're at a lower vibration. So you might actively think in your mind, okay, what could I do to make myself feel a little better now that isn't me lying to myself and pretending I'm fine? You might think to yourself, okay, do you know what? I feel really low today, but tomorrow I'm going to make a conscious effort to feel better. So you allow yourself feel feelings, and you allow yourself be in that moment, but you actively try to vibrate at a higher level. And what do I mean by vibrate at a higher level? So there are things in your life and in the world that are either high vibrational or low vibrational. So things that are low vibrational is negative self-thought, doubts, insecurity, gossip, like anything that you would associate a negative emotion to is a low vibration. And then you have high vibrations, so you have positivity, bringing people up, gratitude, positive self-talk, getting excited about things, listening to music, you know, allowing yourself to feel your feelings. They're all high vibrational things. So you want to make sure that you kind of stay at a high vibration so that you attract the life you want, and you're in the best mindset so that no matter what happens, you know who you are, you know what you're doing, you know how you're going to get there, and you know what you're doing to get there. And ultimately you do, because you're not focused on what if, or you're not focused on but, or you're not focused on I'm not good enough, or you're not focused on comparing yourself to X, Y, Z. You're focused on this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, this is where the universe is bringing me, and everything that is meant to happen will happen. And you just have to trust yourself and trust the universe, because if you don't trust yourself and you don't trust the universe, you're not going to get what you want and what you need for your life. You have to trust the timing of your life, and you have to trust everything. You have to trust that I could sit down now and be like, right, I'm going to get €1,000. I'm going to get €1,000 right now, and €1,000 is gonna go into my bank account. And then I'm gonna look at my phone and be like, wait, that €1,000 didn't go into my bank account, so the law of attraction isn't real, because that didn't just happen. Because that's not how the law of attraction works. What you want to say is, like me, at the start of this year, I wasn't earning that much money, and I said, the money is coming, the money is coming, the money is coming into my bank account. I am abundant, I'm abundant, I have everything I need, I have everything I need. Did I get money into my bank account the next day? No, but things have happened over the course of 2020 that have ultimately allowed me to save more money. And that's what manifesting is. Manifesting isn't saying something and it appears straight away. Not all the time anyway. Obviously with me yesterday and that email I got, that was a whole new level. But that was the universe basically pushing and being like, girl, yes, you are on the right path, like keep going. And the universe will give you signs sometimes, you know, if you really focus on something, the universe will give you a sign. Or sometimes you can ask the universe for a sign. You can say, okay, universe, if I'm meant to do this, show me something. So you could say, okay, universe, if I'm on the right path, show me a rabbit, right? And then you have to leave it. So once you ask the universe for something, you can't keep saying, universe, show me a rabbit. You ask one time. So you say, universe, if I'm on the right path, show me a rabbit. And then you just leave it in the universe, and you leave the universe to its job. And if you see that rabbit, that is your sign from the universe. You can't always think, lads, I haven't seen the rabbit yet. Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit? I haven't seen the rabbit. Universe, I need a rabbit. Universe, hello, where's the rabbit? Do you see where I'm going? You have to put your trust in the universe, and you have to put your trust in yourself that you are a manifestation, that you can manifest anything you want, and that anything you want to happen in your life, you can manifest. But you have to work. I'm manifesting things at the moment. So one of the things I'm manifesting at the moment, I'll say it out loud, is YouTube, right? YouTube, I want YouTube to be my full-time job, and it is a constant manifestation of mine. And I'm manifesting towards it, I'm working towards it every day, I'm growing every day, you know, I'm getting new subscribers, I'm reaching new people, my videos are getting views, it's great. If I sat in my room when I started my YouTube channel and was like, right, I'm manifesting YouTube being my job, and I put up one video, then I see that video doesn't blow up and I don't get 1 million subscribers, and I stop, then you're showing the universe you don't really want it, that it's not really part of your plan. Whereas if I started my YouTube channel and I post 3 videos every week, you know, I put effort into it because it's what I really want to do, it's what I really love doing, it's the content I really love making, and it's work that makes me happy. I always say I'm grateful for filming this video, I'm grateful for editing this video, I'm grateful for my camera, I'm grateful for you right now watching the video. And when I say these things out loud, the universe is like, okay. And I have 2,000 subscribers. That is amazing. You know, I'm in a percentage. Not everyone even passes 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers. So I'm reaching people. So I know the universe is working with me. Everything's happening as it's supposed to. Everything is happening when it's supposed to. And I trust that I am making YouTube my job. So say I had self-doubt. So I was like, YouTube isn't working, I'll never be this, I'm not as good as this YouTuber, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. That's me telling the universe, I don't really see it for myself. I don't really see it in my life, and it's not something that I really want because I'm self-doubt and I'm lowering my vibration. If you understand what I'm saying so far right now, what I want you to do is say 3 things that you wish you could be, or that you wish you could be more of. So you could say, I am happy, I am positive, I am manifesting, I am high vibrational, anything that you want, but you have to say the word I am. So I am so successful, I am so happy, I'm so positive, I am so looking forward to. And I want you to say those 3 things now and say them out loud, okay? Say them out loud and show the universe that you are who you are, that you are a force to be reckoned with, and that you are going to be a magnet to all the good energy that you need in your life. So I think I'm going to leave you on that one because I feel like that's a really happy, positive note to leave you on. If you've any other questions about the law of attraction, manifesting, or anything like that, definitely comment them below. I would love to see your comments. Also, if you have any, like, I'd love the comments to be a place of really high manifesting vibrational energy. If you have any positive experience with the law of attraction, with manifesting, please tell me your stories down below. I would love to hear them, and I would love us all to share our amazing stories. If you love videos like this and you want me to make more of them, definitely give this video a big thumbs up and comment. It helps me know. I can't stop smiling. Like, genuinely, I'm so excited for the energy of July. Like, I'm so excited. I don't even know what's happening, but I trust the universe, and I just know. Do you know when you just know? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you learned something from this video. I will leave links to any positive creators or positive books or mindset books that I love down below in the description box, so be sure to check that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you have an amazing July. I will see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye. You want to say I'm manifesting my goals? You want to say I'm manifesting my dreams? You want to say I believe I can do anything? You want to say let's all have a good 2020?